Understanding the neurobiology of communication can significantly enhance coaching effectiveness, and it does it by providing us with insights into the underlying neural processes that are involved in effective communication and influence. So how can understanding the neurobiology of communication enhance our coaching effectiveness? Well, by incorporating evidence-based strategies which are rooted in neuroscience, you're able to optimize your communication approaches to create a more impactful coaching experience. And here's how understanding the neurobiology of communication can do that for you. So first of all, you're going to be able to tailor communication to the brain. Now, the brain has specific mechanisms for processing and encoding information. And by understanding how the brain receives, processes, and stores information, you are able to tailor your communication to be able to optimize comprehension and retention. Now, for example, you might already employ storytelling techniques. That's great. What that does is that activates the brain's storytelling network, and this enhances engagement and information recall. Now, you can also leverage visual aids or metaphors or analogies that help translate complex concepts into more accessible or memorable forms as well. Now, another one is nonverbal communication. It plays a huge role, and often what we do and how we communicate on a non-verbal level, it conveys a lot of emotions and intentions, and it can almost tell people how we're feeling more powerfully than what our words actually can. We just sort of know that person's in a bad mood or that person's happy. And there are specific brain regions that are involved in processing these nonverbal cues, like facial expressions or body language or vocal intonations. So you can enhance your effectiveness by paying attention to your own nonverbal communication and using it to deliberately to convey empathy and understanding and openness. That means that we should listen to people, not like this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like, look at people, engage, be open, actually be there and be present as well. This will help you to foster stronger connections and to facilitate more effective interactions as well. What about your mirror neurons and empathy as well? And mirror neurons are specialized brain cells that fire both when we do something or when we observe somebody else doing the same thing. So if we see somebody happy, we're more likely to feel happy. There's this concept of emotional contagion, that emotions are contagious, and it's because of these mirror neurons. And they also play a really crucial role in empathy and understanding other people's experiences. So you can leverage mirror neurons by actively empathizing with people and by mirroring their body language and their emotions in a very subtle and respectful manner. And what that does is that helps to establish rapport, helps to establish trust, and also a deeper sense of connection, which can facilitate more effective coaching outcomes. Now, what about emotional regulation and connection? Well, when it comes to emotions and connection, the neurobiology of communication is very closely intertwined with emotions, and emotions influence communication effectiveness, and communication can impact our emotions, and it can impact our ability to connect. And we can end up in this bit of a cycle where we can either be really, really great at regulating and modulating our emotions, or we can be not very good at all. So you can use this knowledge to be proactive and go and create a safe and a supportive environment where people feel comfortable expressing their emotions. And when we acknowledge and we validate emotions, this is where we help people to regulate those emotional responses, and we foster well-being, and we enable people to be more open. And why do we want that? Well, because that leads us to having more open and honest conversations, and those conversations are much more productive coaching conversations as well. And while we're on the topic of coaching conversations, these have the potential to induce neuroplastic changes in people's brains. So you should be leveraging every conversation, and you should be designing every conversation to be able to stimulate neuroplasticity. And we do this by encouraging reflection and challenging assumptions and promoting new perspectives. And when we engage people in cognitive and emotional processes that activate the right type of neuroplasticity, this is when we start to see people develop new insights and new beliefs and new behaviors. So how can understanding the neurobiology of communication enhance coaching effectiveness? Well, it's all about being able to take that and integrate it into our coaching practice by incorporating evidence-based techniques like storytelling and active listening and mindful communication practices. And this helps us tailor our communication approaches to everybody's individual needs and preferences, taking into account, of course, individual differences in learning styles, in communication preferences, and in how their brain functions. That's all for now. Bye now.